So here's a longtime welterweight contender, Vincent Luque, out of Killcliff FC in South Florida. Also spent some time at Cerrado BJJ under Daniel Evangelista in his native Brazil. But Vincent Luque is the total package, right? Certainly there have been ups and downs throughout his UFC career, but to realize and sustain this type of success at 170 pounds in the UFC for this long just speaks to his greatness. And a lot of people believe one more signature win could find Vincent Luque in his first undisputed UFC welterweight title fight. Tonight, though, should go a long way towards proving just how good Vincent Luque can be. The octagon, he's ready to go. All right, so here he is, the ubiquitous Nick Diaz. It's hard to quantify his contribution to mixed martial arts. I will just lead by saying that this man brought a lot of fans into this sport, and when he fights, the building's still packed to the max.
Yes, absolutely. Nick Diaz has a fan base that will follow him through anything, and rightfully so. He won the Strikeforce Welterweight Championship, defended it in a ton of crazy fights, knocking out Paul Daly, knocking out Marius Zaromskis, and then coming back to the UFC and getting wins over BJ Penn fight, George St. Pierre, and then also sharing the octagon with Anderson Silva. So it was only big fights for Nick Diaz because he was such a star and such a draw.
And sometimes people lose sight of just how good he was in his prime. 2008 to 2011, Nick Diaz won 11 consecutive fights. Nick Diaz, one of the most beloved fighters in all of MMA, and yet again back on the proving ground tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Vincent the Silent Assassin Luque! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Nick Diaz!
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. Well, perhaps the only thing more impressive than the high-level experience is the fan base. For a lot of fans, they got into mixed martial arts by watching Nick Diaz compete. He has fought for UFC championships. He has several signature wins. Tonight, the focus is to get back to what got him here. Punches and bunches, high-level boxing, and when a submission presents itself, you know the Diaz boys are certainly gonna seal it up. All right, so we build this as a striker's delight and a good early sign for the boxer getting inside and landing that hook on the kickboxer.
Beautiful hook in close, staying tight so that the kickboxer...
Trying to get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Lands a big right hand early.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Luque's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, I'm no expert, but that Von Flue choke looks locked in. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He was able to withstand the fire, and now he finds himself out and safe. Gotta be careful there.
Thought about a choke, instead flattens him out. And now he's got a lot of options offensively, champ.
Yeah, he's got all the options available to him. Now he just has to get all that hip pressure into his opponent's back and just start raining down ground and pound.
And if you're the bottom fighter, better start intelligently defending yourself.
Oh, man.
Vincent Luque gets tattooed by that stiff jab.
He's got great kicks also. He needs to be throwing more kicks in this fight. He hasn't thrown many at all.
Oh, picture-perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect. Oh, there you go. They got checked.
Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Rubber guard form now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down from around his neck, shove it down.
Oh, Diaz is going for the shove here.
It's in there deep. There you go.
You gotta be kidding me. He's out. Working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
He passes to half guard.
Attempting a choke now. Oh, that Von Flue choke is tight. Oh, he's out. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. Diaz is in half guard. Oh, and transitions right into side control.
Now he's going full mount. You have to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these divisions. You cannot just be a knockout guy. You got to be able to change it up if you find yourself in this situation that he's in right now.
Oh, Diaz is back in full mount. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. In the half guard. That was a slick transition.
All right, so he's setting up for submission here. Oh, that one looks really tight, DC.
This is where he wants to be.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Diaz. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the
This is an educated crowd, Jay.
Oh, he is stunned, drunk driving out there. We'll see if he can recover. Big left hand there inside. Big moments on both sides in round one. All right, good news is the round is over. Bad news, Luque's bleeding pretty bad from the forehead here. Hopefully the cut man can nip that in the bud and make sure that that blood doesn't trickle down into his eyes as the next round begins. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready? Let's do it.
All right, here we go with round two.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh! Big right hand. Oh!
Beautiful combination there. If you are teaching an up-and-coming fighter about throwing volume strikes effectively, you can do worse than watching the film on this.
I mean, it's a master class, John. It's a master class in mixing up the target, mixing up the strikes, and ending your combinations with the kick.
Lands to the body.
And that's the danger in the engagement there.
All right, champ, starting to see some swelling upstairs now.
Well, he's taking way too many shots to the head. You got to move your head. You cannot be on a straight line. Otherwise, you will take shots, and that shot and those shots leads to your face starting to swell. I think he's got it. It's deep. Trying to finish the armbar here. All he's got to do now is take him.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe. Look at him. He's setting up a choke now. Look at that. He's setting it up.
Oh, Darce choke locked and loaded.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Vincent Luque getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, right punch followed by a left there by Diaz. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Shot on the inside. He's hit now.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 2. Back to the single. Drops down inside the... setting up for an armbar now. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC. Ooh, crowd pops as he gets out again.
They respect his ability to escape, and he showed how well-versed he is in submission defense.
All right, feet on the hips here. Luque's eye is closing up. All right, rubber guard for him now, DC. We haven't seen you lean on this in the octagon.
No, I can't get those legs up there. Come on, man, look at these tree trunks. They don't go up around nobody's shoulders. I like to keep my feet on the ground, and I like to grind. That's what I'm known for. But this guy has that dexterity. He has that ability to throw up the rubber guard, to be able to threaten from a position where his opponent was trying to find safety.
Big shots landed by him now. Herb steps in.
Holy smokes!
How about it? Well, make no mistake about it, he is getting 2 paychecks tonight as he gets the big TKO victory. Wow.
That's unbelievable. It was crazy to watch his finishing instincts on display as he got that massive victory. It was amazing, John. It was amazing.
All right, we send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the second round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Nick Diaz!
Well, he certainly hasn't been the most active fighter on the roster, but